I'm Susan Smale. I'm the mother of two wonderful children. I have a 19, almost 20-year-old daughter, and this guy here, Mr. 17-year-old Zachary, who happens to have autism, and to us autism means you're perfect and your brain works differently. When Zach was young, he was very fast and very busy, and his sister and I struggled to keep up with him. He was into everything that wasn't locked, and he tried to get through the locks as well. He didn't stop until he went to bed. And bedtime was a really good time of the day for everybody. Zach was about 2 when he started to passionately like bins, and I thought it was just a toy thing, and they used to have the little mini bins at Kmart, and I bought some for toys and shoes, and it became a thing that they had to go out with our bins at the front of the house, and then they ended up with rubbish in them, and we worked out it wasn't just toys at all, it was a serious thing, and I thought he'd grow out of it. And 17 years later, here we are, still doing bins. Zach has a mobile phone and he reminds people on their bin day, friends of ours around Australia, to put out their whatever colour it is, and he remembers which one is recycling, which one is grass bin. He does Melbourne, he does Sydney, he does Queensland, and we're very proud. Zach was very challenging with his behaviour. He was quite violent. In preschool we had anti-violent funding. He wasn't diagnosed early enough. We tried, but everyone just patted him on the head and said, oh, he's the extreme end of busy, which was just the understatement of the year. He was in and out of everything in a flash, out the door if you didn't lock it, in the cupboard and eating stuff that you didn't want him to eat. He was an escape artist. He'd run and he would just keep running, and there was no fear of water or the roads. He wanted to do the garbage, but he'd run out in front of the truck, so I'd always hold him by the wrist. I still look at people walking up and down a busy road and they're not holding their little kids' hands, and I used to be jealous because I still hold his hand, not just for comfort for me now. I know he's safe and he won't do silly stuff, but he was probably 12 or 13 before that really kicked in. It was a struggle. It was just we all tried to keep sane or hide in our rooms, or everyone needed to be away from each other. There wasn't any one particular thing that seemed to help. Zach transferred to the Hill School in Year 5, and they suggested that we look at Wesley Respite, which I'd never really heard of, never used, and it was fabulous. I couldn't believe that there was this opportunity that we could all just have a bit of a rest from each other and regather our thoughts. The benefit to me is great, but the benefit for both kids far outweighs anything else, that they all have their own time. They all recoup, regather, start fresh. Zach might go to respite and we're all cranky with each other. By the time he comes home, we've all missed each other. Last week, Zach went for a week in the holidays to Wesley Respite, and when he got home on Friday, Maddie came home from work and she said, oh, I've really missed you, and that was really sweet. My kids get on rather well, but last week I haven't seen this loveliness for a little bit of time, so it was good for everyone. If Zach wasn't going to Wesley Respite, I think we would be a little frazzled. I think the little things that we can deal with would become bigger things. Wesley Respite was a saviour for all of us, including Zach.